Hi, I'm Cheeky, and I really like majority vote killing games. And I also really like cute clothes and fun outfits. I just finished playing Your Turn to Die, and now I want to talk about their really cool outfits. What are my credentials, you might ask? F you, that's what. So this is one of the games that I've been getting a lot of requests on for the series. The other game being Project Eden's Garden, okay, which I'm working on that now, okay? It'll be the next video. I haven't finished playing the game yet, but I just wanted to reassure you all, okay? It is coming. Anyways, if you're not familiar with Your Turn to Die, it's a free game, linked below. It's a great game. Play it later, okay? So you start off, you're a high school girl, okay? About to la-di-da, about to walk her way home, yeah? She stayed late. She's about to walk home all by herself. And look, oh no, it's scary, pitch black dark outside. And oh no, who's that over there? Haha, no need to worry. It's just our good old buddy old pal coming back to school to find us after his hot date with a mutual friend of ours to tell me all the sweet deets, yeah. Thankfully, he acts as our big macho bodyguard, helps walk us home, and except, oh no, who's that over there? Oh no, it actually is a stalker. Oh crap! And then you take off running. She just goes straight to her house, which is kind of stupid, honestly. Like, don't actually do that if you're in danger. Don't go straight home. Let's just don't do that. But anyways, they escape. Yeah, you tell him, Poopy. But hey, I guess in this scenario, it's fine. It all worked out hunky dory. They outran the stalker, yeah. So Joe's like, all right, you're safe now. See ya. I'm gonna go home because this is not my house. And then you go to like walk inside, except like that's weird. The door's unlocked. And then also why are the lights off? And then oh no, Mom, is that you? And then we grab the key off the coffee table, and then we go and run into the hallway. And then Joe comes rushing back, because he heard us screaming. And she goes and runs up to her bedroom, because thinking that Dad's gonna be in there locked inside. And she runs in. And then, oh no! Snatched! Ah! And then we're knocked out, and then we wake up strapped to a bed, figure out Joe's right there next to us with us, in the same situation. And now there's a voice telling us that only one of us has a key, and only one of us can use it to unlock ourselves before the timer runs out and the beds go. You don't want to be inside when that happens. So of course we're panicking, and then turns out it's a puzzle. Joe's really smart. He figured out how to save both of us, and then we escape the room. It's pitch black, and we're just feeling our way through. And then suddenly we're falling, and then we wake up on the floor of a facility with a bunch of strangers. And Joe. They're all just like discussing what the heck's going on. And that's where we meet our first batch of people who are being roped into this killing game. So I'll break it up by chapter, and I'll go through each character as we meet them, okay? I'll put all the time codes in. There'll be a distinct break between each chapter. Anyways, let's back it up a little to when we first meet the character who we're going to be playing as, which is Miss Sara Chidouin. Also, I have no idea if I will be pronouncing any of these names correctly, or so if it's wrong, just I'd be mad at me too, okay? Like I said, our protagonist of the game, who's the strong, dependable type, and very dependable, she's dressed. She's in a smarty pants looking school uniform, okay? But in a very fun color palette. And even though everything's a different color, it doesn't feel overwhelming. Like, it pairs very nicely together. And I like how her top is kind of separated into hues of blue and green, and her bottom half is pinks and purples. I don't think this color palette overdoes it at all. I really love that her tie is checker print and that she's got like the subtle patterning in her skirt. I also really like how the zones of her outfit where there are patterns are very small. I think it works well with all of the different colors especially. Also, I really love her red hair and her braid crown. Ultimately, I think she wears a good color palette, and I like the use of multiple patterns in her outfit, but she stylized it this much. Okay? I think she deserves B tier. Now for bestie to our protagonist, probably wishing he didn't walk us home, Mr. Joe Tazuna. They go to the same school. They're wearing the same kind of uniform, right? So similar uniform, but with brown pants and instead of a cute little pink skirt, which I think he would look great in one. For his uniform though, he's added personality, okay? Look at, he's got a cute little puppy in his pocket. Are you kidding me? So freaking cute. Excuse me? Then he's got a couple of bracelets. I really like that they're, multi-band or multi-wrapped kind of situation. And then, like, one of them even has a little bone charm. A little chew toy for his little pocket pooch. That is so cute. And then he's got really cool ear piercings. Cool, fun hair clip. We already know I like the tie. He looks so adorable. Are you kidding me? I think his choice in accessories earns him A tier. All right, now out of the random pack of strangers that we wake up to, first we meet our friendly neighborhood policeman, Keiji Shinogi. Your friendly neighborhood policeman, looking very friendly indeed. I like that he wears a collared button-up underneath his vest, and that it's not like a white one, it's a gray one instead of a white one. I like that he chooses khakis with his outfit. I'm not the biggest fan that he doesn't have a single pop of color in his outfit, but I can also appreciate a combination of neutral shades too. So, and it really works for him. I think B tier. All right, next up we meet Kazumi Mishima, a high school professor who, looks like a professor. He wears a brown suit with a green button-up instead of just like a simple white button-up. And I really like his choice of tie in this situation. These color pairings, I think, are really good. His spectacles are fun and kooky. I don't know. It's a suit and tie. I don't really care. C tier. Next up, we meet Reko Yabusame. You can tell that she's a lead singer of a punk rock band. She looks really sick, right? I really like how her top has a longer neck and has that like red strapping on it. And I also like how it's got the like that gold chain accessory on the neck of it. And how she has the two seams going down the front. And I also like how her top and vest aren't the exact same shade. They don't blend in too much together. And speaking of her vest, the like fringed hem of it, it's really cool. I think her gloves are super cool. And I really appreciate how like the banding on them mimics that of her top. Her pants, also really cool, and have red striping detail on them as well, and have some eyelets going down the side. And I also like that her pants seem to be the same shade as her vest. Her little belt thing, which I think is technically a fanny pack, you know, with the zippers. Can she fit things inside of them? Because if so, that's a fanny pack. It coordinates very well with this outfit. I like that it has multiple zippers on it. And I also like how it's mostly red this time instead of being mostly gray or black. But that it does have that couple of gray stripes down towards the bottom of it. I also like how it's cut at an angle, and it kind of like coordinates with the angle at which the red stripes are on her pants. Finally, her hair, eyeliner, and earrings. Super sick. I love it all so much. S tier. All right, next up we have Kai Satou. I wonder how good his cooking is. So, he's a homemaker, hence the apron and the cooking utensils. I guess the kidnappers took him while he was cooking dinner, and they were just like, yeah, make sure you grab those. Don't let him leave without those. I don't know, his apron looks pretty messy, but like, I suppose it should, you know? A good cook isn't afraid to get a little messy, okay? I like that his apron is a big pop of color, and that his like cook's coat is black instead of white, and how it's got an orange lining to it, and it looks good against the red. He dresses in brown pants, which I like that choice, and like it's an apron and chef's coat. Like, I think Kai deserves a C tier. I don't know, because his chef's coat is a little bit of a different color. I just like the colors that he's working with. Next up, we have Kotaro Burgerberg, our baseball player from Japan. I really like his name. It's fun to say. First off, his color palette is really good. I really like it a lot. Again, we're seeing like the pinks, in this case red and purple, like a tealish color with yellow. I really love this color palette. It's a really good color palette. I love that his vest, it's got a furry hood. I also like that greenish color of the fur of his hood matches his baseball cap. I like that his baseball cap has a red stripe in it, kind of coincides with his shirt, except for it's a different shade of red. It matches his hair. I think that's nice. And speaking of the red in his shirt, I like that it's a deeper shade of red. I like how the little Pac-Man symbol on it is a lighter shade of red instead. Also purple pants, super cool. I just really like all of the varying reds in this outfit. It's just fun for me. And just like Sarah, he's got a lot of colors to his outfit, but it doesn't feel overwhelming or chaotic. Like, it looks so good. Because of his color palette and furry hood, I think Kotaro deserves an A. Now moving on to now egokoro, a very funky art student who greatly admires her old teacher Mishima, and someone whose creativity must mostly go into their art instead of their outfit. She's literally just wearing a t-shirt, jeans, and an apron. Like, even the colors aren't really that interesting. like they go together just fine. I like them, but like I'm not excited. I don't feel anything. I liked Kai's color combinations more. I do like her hair though. And D tier. Next we meet hiyori, a very free soul of sorts, and dressed so well. Oh, I like what I did there. Okay, first up, this color palette. I really like this color palette. He's got a nice big cozy scarf. I love the patterning on it and like the different shades of red on it. And I really like how he wears his like purple zip up and it kind of like coincides with the darkest shade of polka dots on his scarf. I feel like that ties it together very nicely. His beanie looks super comfy. I really like a good beanie. I don't really look good in a beanie, but I love a good beanie. And I like how it's the only shade of green apart from like his hair, I guess. I like that underneath he's got a neutral brown sort of top and some khakis. I love that he really goes with like a neutral base with all of his colorful accessories. Belt's a nice dark brown, goes well with the khakis. He just looks so cozy. A tier. Next, we unfortunately meet our first child contestant that also got roped into this for some reason. Gin Ibushi. So like really fucked up, yeah, that they've got children involved in this killing game. Like middle school, elementary aged. But he's so cute. Look at him. Okay, first off, he's dressed as a kitty that barks. So adorable. I love his little kitten paws and how they're like a lighter shade of orange and then the darker orange striping on the gloves. I think that looks really nice. And then it coincides with the striping on his little kitty cat hood, but they're like reverse colors. I really like that they contrast in that way. And then he's got his little kitty face. I think it's just a stuffed animal that he carries with him, but like so cute. Come on. And I like how it's the same shade of orange as his hood. And then he's got the double cape situation going on back there. Like that's extra hero of him, you know? I like how the bottom cape is the same orange and light orange striping as his hood, and then the top cape is a black to really like cut through those colors. I like that his little t-shirt and shorts are a more of a muted kind of color tone, and I really like that the color of the cuffs on his shorts match the color of his t-shirt. So cute. He's a coordinated little kitty. And he even has the tail. So stinking cute. Part of me kind of thinks that maybe the tail should have matched the orange shade of his hood rather than of his paws. However, in a stylistic sense, it works better this way, considering his cape is like a dark orange. I feel like if his tail were that same dark orange, then it would just kind of blend in a little bit. And that the cuteness of his tail would just kind of be lost in his outfit. I also like how he wears a little mask too, and that it matches his t-shirt. Unless it's like part of his shirt, I don't know. But like I don't think there's any question to it. S tier. And then our next little cutie finally calms down enough to be able to introduce herself as Kanna Kizuchi, the other child who got caught up in this. Okay, for starters, adorable bucket hat. Are you kidding me? She's got a cute little hair clip that matches her big sis's. Why are they wearing hardware on their head? No clue, but it's cute. When I first was writing my notes, I wasn't sure if I liked this color palette. It just seems a little too much going on. I wasn't sure if I liked the bright red and pink with the greens and blues, but looking at it right now, I don't know. It kind of, I think it's growing on me. She just looks really chaotic in a cute way with like the bucket hat, the screws, and then these like flashes of really bright coloring. Like it's her school uniform, sure. What school has these colors? Like it doesn't hurt my eyes. It's very minimum amount of like bright color, and I think it actually does work, but I can't explain why. I like how her jacket is made up of different shades of green, and I like that the side paneling and the striping on her cuffs are a bright green, and then the striping on her little sailor collar is the dark green shade. I like that. And then she's got the same shade of light green as her top. Looks great. Her cute little skirt, which I really like that it's a gray. Is her collar gray too? And I guess like her collar is gray too instead of white. So that works. I really like that it's gray instead of white. And then we already talked about like the hot pink scarf and the red banding. So like, yeah, we already know how I feel about that. Or how complicated my feelings are about that, I guess. I like how her socks are the darker shade of green. I feel like the lime green would have been too bright of a choice that close to the red. Yeah. Maybe that's why the outfit works. Because like, where there are bright pops of color, it makes the outfit look interesting. I don't know. I can't verbalize what I'm feeling. Her haircut is adorable. And ultimately, she is wearing just her school uniform, but she looks heckin' cute, okay? A tier. Now, after everyone has their happy little introductions, yeah, they learn that their next task that they have to do is to take all of their keys from the bed puzzle and put it into this box thing that Taro has, because that was his trial. And then they open it and out rolls a head. Right, but don't worry, it's a doll, literally and figuratively. And then the next task is that they have to go and try to find her arms and legs and put her all back together. And then they go out and find, and then they bring back, and they put her together. Then she comes alive and tells them that they're in a killing game. And that's how we meet Sue Miley, the floor master of this floor, who is going to kill one of us. And honestly, I don't think I would mind being killed by someone looking this exquisite. Are you kidding me? She looks delectable. Starting off, her crown, amazing. I love how it's a melting design, but you still know she's royalty, okay? I think it's really neat how her eyes are different colors. And then her dress. This dress looks so freaking yummy. Like, just the way it looks like melted chocolate. I really love that, like, ooze dripping kind of effect going on. I think it's so interesting, especially where her shoulder cutouts are. I really like that it's the same, like, drooping, dripping kind of design, you know? Like she just looks like she dipped her body in chocolate, and that is something I wish I could do all the time. I really like how the chest of her dress is gray and is like the only pop of gray in this outfit. Just something about that little extra contrast is really nice. I also like how it has a lot of seams on it. It has a little more depth to the outfit for me. Her scarf, very pretty. I like that it's gold. I also like how she's got a higher neckline and has that little pop of red ribbon going up her shoulders and around her neck. I think that's a really nice detail. And then it ties in with the red layer of her dress body. And it's just so cool where the gold is on her body. I really like her belt is gold, her buttons are gold, scarf, crown, parts of her glove are gold. I really like where the gold exists in her outfit. And then just the two pops of red look so good. I really like how her dress has that corset kind of style at the waist. I love this outfit so much. I want to wear it so bad. I have to figure out how I can try to make that. I want it on my body. And I just really love how it contrasts and where it contrasts. This outfit is 10 out of 10 for me. S tier. Just absolute, you cannot argue. The next contestant that we meet for chapter 1, we find hiding like a coward, trying to escape and avoid the killing game. You can't do that. That's never gonna work, okay? Anyways, we've got Gonbee Yamada, and he's in a prison jumpsuit with ball and chain. Like, his hair is freaking sick, but what else am I supposed to say about this? You know? His hair is really freaking cool, though. Like, I would love to see his personal style. There's really no outfit to rate here. I can't do anything with this jumpsuit. It doesn't qualify. D tier. Sorry, Gumby. His hair almost earns him C tier, but not today.